Hey there guys, Jared here with GodHammer227. Just wanted to come on because it is December 23rd, so tomorrow's Christmas Eve, obviously. Um, but someone... Excuse me, there's thunder in the background because it's storming like crazy. Night before Christmas, right? But anyways, someone asked how someone like me, with I don't follow any religion, how I celebrate or do whatever I do during the holidays. Mm. Quick housekeeping. Out of my Peterson Killarney or the Van Helsing, I'm smoking some Captain Black Dark. Haven't had it in quite a while, so I was like, why not? You know, it's good. So guys, what I wanted to say was that someone like me, who does not have a particular religious following or whatever, there are of course the three major holidays for Christianity, Judaism, and Islam around this time. There's the Christmas, Hanukkah, Ramadan. Since I don't celebrate any of those, they were like, okay, well, if you don't believe in a God or anything like that, then what do you do? Do you just not do anything? I said, no, it's still a seasonal time to be with, your family, your friends, and giving and things like that. So basically what we do is what any other family, whatever every other middle, what are we, the Midwest, although we're really the middle of the eastern part of the country, so it makes it, we're the Middle East of America here in Ohio, not the Midwest. I don't understand that. Geographically speaking, it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, we do whatever any other Midwestern family does. We have a Christmas tree and all that. We give gifts and spend time with the family, all that kind of stuff. I just don't have, any kind of God associated with it. To me, it's a lot more about the family than any biblical anything like that. So that's how an atheist would celebrate Christmas, basically. Although some people are offended by me calling it Christmas, they say, well, that's not Christmas and you need to take Christ out of it if Christ is not in your celebration, whatever. So, okay, then that's my holiday tradition, spending time with family and friends, giving gifts. Isn't that Christmas in a nutshell in modern day 2015 consumerist America? Honestly, come on now. Which I'm actually very sad at, because Christmas used to be a very, religious thing, and that it was a good holiday. It was very Christ-centered and very charitable, and now it's all about the consumerism, which I mourn that, the loss of that particular sense of giving. Now it's not even who can give the most, but who can give the best, who can give the biggest, most expensive. That's what it's become in consumerist America. So that's why I don't celebrate, any kind of religious thing around this time. Well, first of all, I don't have a religion. But because I don't agree with the way Christmas is now celebrated in modern day consumerist America. If you have, the whole religious thing in your holiday traditions, then good for you. Because honestly, that's how it should have been. If they wanted to have a consumerist holiday, they should have just named this Winter Valentine's Day. Because that's all Valentine's Day is. It's just a consumer Hallmark culture type holiday. So, with that out of the way, I answered that question. I wanted to talk to you guys about my workout progress, because I know someone in my last video commented they wanted like an update, and I'm not gonna start taking off my shirt and stuff like that. But I'll tell you, in the time that I've been working out, I went from 165 pounds, and I'll pull up a picture on my phone and see if it'll focus. But I went from 165 pounds to 180 pounds, and I actually just weighed myself this morning. I'm at 182. So I've definitely seen a good weight gain, but with that has come issues where when I started working out, at 165 pounds roughly, 60 to 165 pounds to 180 pounds, I've seen, some substantial muscle gain. Like I'm a lot bigger now, but I'm also, the definition is not there anymore. Like in the picture that I'll show you, I had a six pack, and it was pretty defined. Now, of course, the lighting in the video or in the picture helped, but then again, I worked out in my basement, strictly in my basement, and that's got good lighting for taking pictures, I guess. But yeah, so the definition in my abs is gone, and I can certainly get that back. I just don't train abs as much anymore. But since I've gained the weight, it's just been kind of covered over with a very thin layer of fat, which I could turn easily into muscle if I just trained abs more, which I haven't done in weeks. I did it a couple days ago, but that was the first time in a long time. So this picture is of me June 16th. I'm sorry, my phone isn't focusing in the camera very well. But this is me June 15th or 16th? 15th. Yeah, of this year. That was before I even had my tattoo and all that. But I had much more defined abs. It was just because I had zero body fat. Now my arms there are also incredibly small, so compared to where they are now. And also, my chest is a lot wider just around than it was in that picture. Because since June, so it's been 6 months. Although, I'd say 7 or 8 months I've been working out solid. And it's never been on like a regiment, this day, this day, this day, from this time to this time, and I have to eat so many carbs and protein, and I don't do any of that. Like I've got those supplements, and usually in the morning before I work out, I'll eat, like some eggs or something with heavy protein, something to give me energy, stuff like that. But I don't have a strict regiment of my workouts or anything like that. So, and in that picture, my workout routine was literally whenever I felt like. If I might have worked out like 3 days a week. Now I'm working out 4 days a week religiously, not any set 4 days. So, it is, I just try and keep it 4 days a week, get a solid 45 minutes to an hour in the gym. But that's the extent of my workout routine, like the routine of my workouts. And in those workouts, I don't do, well, today is this muscle, and then tomorrow is going to be this. No, I just work out whatever I feel needs to be worked out until I can't work it out anymore, and then I move on to the next. So that's what I do. And I do a lot of like arms, just because I want my arms to match my chest, because I'm not sure. The muscles in your back, the ones just right off to the side of your armpits, and your rib cage, those I can get. They're very broad for someone my size, and I want my arms to match that, and I want my shoulders to match my arms, because my shoulders, just looking head on, are not very like rounded at all. So I work on shoulders a lot, bench presses. That's another thing that's really improved. My pecs have really improved. So those are my workout gains for the most part. I'm just trying to get bigger, trying to get stronger, and do whatever I can with the schedule that I have to make that happen. So that was the Christmas for people without religion. That was my gains. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Yes, my next tattoo project. I have 2 of them, and I'm flipping a coin between the 2 of these. I either want to get my entire back done or an entire sleeve. And I'm not sure which I want to get first. I know they're both going to be incredibly expensive and incredibly time consuming, but I have it narrowed down to 2 things. My back is going to be a giant, like covers the whole thing. Picture like a Geiger type style of Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu, standing in front of, or I guess crouching in front of an altar with in like a type of script it's out of the Cthulhu mythos around the altar. It's going to have a quote from H.P. Lovecraft. It's the oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. Now, with the symbols that I'm trying to translate it into, it's very, very time consuming because that's a lot of letters, and the cipher is pretty complicated. So it's time consuming, but I have a rough sketch of it because I have the ability, the drawing ability of a second grader without hands. So I am not much what you would call an artist. So I have a rough sketch of it that I have drawn up, and I'm going to send a picture of that to my tattoo artist along with a picture of this symbol that's on my Necronomicon, because that's like the most famous symbol. That's going to be at the top of the altar, where you would find like a cross in a Catholic altar kind of thing. So that's kind of what I'm going for. And in the back of the altar, like instead of brickwork or whatever, it's going to have cyclopean stonework. And if you read Lovecraft at all, you know what I'm talking about. So I think that one's going to be really, really cool. And then on my arm, it's going to be my left arm, all cosmic sleeve. Like, I mean, Saturn I want on there, planets, galaxies, stars, all that stuff. I want it all over my entire arm. And I'm going to, I'm going to start shoulder down, but I want to do it all at once. I don't want to like have a half sleeve for a while and then get the rest of it done later. I want to get it all done in one, not all in one sitting, of course, but you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, the weird thing about this Killarney, it whistles when I'm smoking it. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's so weird. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, so there's a few things that I wanted to go over. So I don't know. Give me your input on what you think, which one I should get first, the Cosmic Sleeve or the Cthulhu altar tattoo all over my back, which is going to be in black and white. And if you don't know the work of H.R. Geiger, he's like a really dark, surrealist painting. Totally Google him. He's got some pretty messed up stuff, though. Lots of weird robotic dicks. I don't know. I honestly don't, but he's got a really interesting style and it's super dark. And the guy that I'm going to, who actually did my chest piece, he does a lot of Geiger pieces, and they're really, really good. So I'm really anxious to see what he can do on my back. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Should I get the Cosmic Sleeve or the Cthulhu tattoo, or if you've got suggestions for the Cosmic Sleeve, like specific things that you've seen in space? Heck, we could just turn that into a conversation. I love to talk about space. So let me know, guys. I love to talk to all of you in the comments and everything. And I'm trying to reestablish myself in the YTPC, which is hard after being away for so friggin' long. I'd say getting back into it is harder than it was to actually get into it in the first place. So, yeah, I'd love to talk to you guys again, all of you. And, yeah, just comment down below, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.